How's it going, everyone? You got your boy Corey here, aka Crasher, bringing you guys a new video, and ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be more of a serious and straightforward video for you guys, and I do want to apologize if it comes off as disorganized or anything like that. I didn't prepare any script or notes or anything like that, but I'm going to try and make this video as quick and to the point as possible, so let's get started. Now, while this video isn't going to be a full-on recap of 2019, I would like to highlight some very key points that took place here on YouTube in 2019 when it comes to my journey here on the site. And perhaps the biggest key point was when I created my two new channels known as CrasherPlays&Reacts and CrasherTalks&More. Now, to give a little bit of history before the creation of those two channels, I used to have a channel called Mega Crasher that I created all the way back in November of 2015, and that channel was my baby. It was almost 4 years old, but the thing is, right, is that there was a lot of, I guess you could say, issues with the channel, more or less analytically, and also when it came to the algorithms as well. To make a long story short, that channel was hella suppressed, and for a channel of a size of 6,800 plus subscribers, and it barely getting any views, it was a very, very, very sad and alarming sight. Now, while a video here and there on the channel would get a decent amount of views, more often than not, there would be videos that would struggle severely to get even 3 digits equivalent views. Like even 100 views I considered to be more than good enough. So the fact that each video was getting less than 100 views for the most part, that right there was very, very, very concerning, and it also left the channel in a very terrible state when it came to viewer to sub ratio as well. And it really broke my heart, because the thing is that I really put so much time and effort into making that channel throughout the number of years that I was running Mega Crasher, and for YouTube to more or less suppress that channel and make it so that I would never be able to achieve my dream of being a full-on YouTuber, and also be able to have my content reach out to many viewers to entertain and inspire them, that absolutely broke my heart, because my lifelong dream is to inspire and entertain, and if I can't do that, then I was thinking to myself, well, what good am I if my content isn't even reaching out to potential viewers that would be entertained and inspired by my content? So it really and truly crushed my morale and made me think of just, you know, if I was even good enough for YouTube in the first place, if YouTube even wanted me on their site. So to keep a long story short, after a lot of talks and investigating within the channel, it was the unfortunate decision that I had to make, and it was the hardest decision that I had to make in my YouTube career. I had to start fresh. Now, while there's absolutely nothing wrong with starting over in life, the thing is that, you know, at first I was just absolutely heartbroken, because I was thinking, man, 4 years down the drain, you know, 4 years of my life I spent on Mega Crasher, building it up, and now it's like we have to start fresh all over again. But within those dark clouds always comes a silver lining, and that was the fact that I could go into a brand new adventure, a brand new start, with the knowledge that I have about the site and how things work and what I should do, what I shouldn't do, etc., etc. And I was really, really, really confident in how the new start was going to take place, and sure enough, my confidence was not misplaced. Because within the opening weeks of the two new channels, but to be more specific, within the opening weeks of my other channel, Crasher Plays and Reacts, we were getting a lot of new viewership. We were also getting a lot of really solid engagement when it came to those that were in the comment sections, and not to mention also, it was a very solid opportunity for me to have a massive improvement in the production quality of my content, and I really took everything to heart. I took every bit of experience that I had, and also I had my brother Jason, who did a lot of digging around on his own, and he was sharing a lot of valuable information, a lot of valuable advice when it came to how I should produce my content, and, you know, just take it from there. And sure enough, even I was blown away with how things just massively improved. And it was one of the biggest turnarounds when it came to not just, me being on YouTube, but frankly, one of the biggest turnarounds in my entire life. Because for those of you guys that don't know, YouTube is a very big part of my life. It is very important to me. It's something that I hold very near and dear to me. And the thing is that, when YouTube was not cutting it for me at the time, when I was just in a really terrible headspace, in combination with the fact that, my channel was falling apart, nothing was doing good, etc. I was just really not in a good headspace. I don't really want to elaborate into some extreme details about that, but the thing is, it triggered some severe bouts of depression, and I felt like letting myself go. I felt like just letting go and just feeling like dropping off and all that stuff. But I knew that wasn't the right thing to do, hence why you see me talking to you here and now. I knew I had a reason to be here, not just on YouTube, but a reason to exist in life in general. If I was to fade away, then how would my friends and family feel about all that stuff, So here's the thing. Is that I knew I had to pull myself together, and I knew that I had to get back on the saddle on the horse, and I had to keep on grinding away until I came up with something right. And sure enough, funny enough, actually, the restart was the very thing, the very salvation to my YouTube career, and a big part of that is owed to not just all of you guys, but it's especially owed to Jason as well, because without his research, without his knowledge and him digging around and giving me helpful advice, then I probably wouldn't even be at this point where I'm at right now. And it wasn't just starting over flat out that was the right thing to do. I had to come into things with a plan, and the plan was to have two channels. One specifically to be kind of like the main sort of channel, even though I consider both channels to be my main channels, but that's besides the point. The first channel was going to be heavily based on what I wanted to have my main content centralized on, such as gameplay, such as Pokemon, such as reactions and anime, things like that, hence Crasher Plays and Reacts, because I react to things as well as review them, and I also play games like Pokemon and Mario too. And my second channel being this one here, I would be putting a lot more of my extra content on there, and I would also have more of, I guess you could say, creative freedom when it came to what it is that I wanted to post on YouTube. The thing is, right, is that a lot of the videos that you see on this channel don't exactly fit well with the theme of my other channel, but when it comes to this channel here, I can express my creativity in a little bit of a different way, as well as be serious with you guys when it comes to discussing certain topics here. And thus doing it this way actually makes things a lot more organized, because now I can focus on having one channel be dedicated to a few things that works for it, and I can also have another channel that I can dedicate pretty much whatever I want to it. If I want to upload a workout video, I can upload a workout video. If I want to upload a rant video, I can upload a rant video. If I want to upload a skit or a parody or a meme or something like that, something cringy and humorous, then I can do it here as well. So it also gives people the ability to choose which part of me they want to follow, whether it's my gaming and reaction content that they would like to follow, or whether it's my, I guess you could say, more serious and cringe / humorous side of me when it comes to this channel here. And even though I upload more or less consistently on my other channel where I do a daily upload, and I have a crazy amount of people that are subscribed to that channel, I think we're almost at 2,100 here as of me recording this video, and even though we're only like a little over 300 subscribers here on this channel, and I'm not as consistent when it comes to my uploads here, I care equally about both channels. So all in all, when it comes to my adventures here on YouTube in 2019, they have been filled with a lot of positivity. There's a few downs and all that stuff, but the thing is that for every one negative, for every one down that we had come across, we easily trumped that with overwhelming positivity and ups. So honestly, 2019, it was a really, really solid year. I call 2019 the rebirth of my passion and fire here on YouTube. And 2020, 2020 is looking really good, man. I'm really looking forward to 2020, 2020, it's not just a ratio when it comes to vision, because I'll tell you what, man, I have clear sight and clear vision when it comes to what I want to accomplish in 2020, but you know what, 2019 will have a special place in my heart as well. But 2020 is also a brand new year, a brand new start, and honestly, I am very, very much looking forward to it, 2019 was definitely a really, really nice year when it came to my restart here on YouTube back in May. I mean, I can't believe it, man. We're at the very last day of 2019, and Crasher Plays and Reacts is almost at 2,100 amazing people subscribed. And even this channel here, is no slouch either when it comes to growth. Yes, sure, I don't upload consistently here. This right here is, more or less kind of like my side channel when it comes to the amount of uploads I have, when you compare the two channels. But the thing is that 320, I think we're 322 or 323. I can't exactly remember, but we're a little over 300 amazing people subscribed here on this channel as well, which I'm also equally as proud of. So now on to some goals I have for myself in 2020. Number one, I would like to get a shiny competitive Pokemon from A-Drive. I look up to that man, and to have a shiny Pokemon from him would be absolutely amazing. And here's the thing, it could have like the worst IVs, the worst stats, the worst nature. I don't give a damn about all that stuff, man. You can patch that shit up with bottle caps and nature mints and all that stuff. I trained that bastard up to be a powerhouse in the competitive scene and hopefully do A-Drive proud. Now, speaking of A-Drive, that brings me to my second goal here, and that is to actually be featured on his top 5 Pokemon Sword and Shield shiny reactions of the week. We actually did make it in his Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee shiny reactions of the week on our old channel, Mega Crasher, and it was a really solid memory that I hold very near and dear to me, even to this day, man. It's just really freaking solid, Now, speaking of YouTubers I look up to, the next goal I am aiming to accomplish would be to be featured on Patter's 2020 PokeTuber games, That right there would be really freaking solid. It would just be absolutely amazing if I could get featured on there somehow, The next goal I have is for Crasher Plays and Reacts to hit 5,000 subscribers sometime in 2020, and based on the rate of growth that channel has achieved since the start, I really truly think that it is a possibility, Never say never, but at the same time, I'm not going to get complacent or anything like that. Hope for the best, but expect and be prepared for the worst, so that way we can overcome it yet again, because we are the Crasher community, and we be flexing all day, every day, you know what I'm saying? So I would also like to see one of my videos go past 50,000 views. Now, my most viewed video actually happens to come in the form of my reaction that I did to the Pokemon Battle Royale featuring legendary mythical Pokemon, all that stuff. That video just popped right the hell off. Like, holy cow. Like, that was just absolutely crazy. So maybe that'll be the video that hits 50K this year? I don't know. I don't know, man. But also, last but not least, when it comes to YouTube-related goals, I'd like to see a video of mine hit 750 likes. Is it possible? Yes. Should we expect it overnight? Not practical, but you know what? I always say never, right? Now, those are all YouTube and gaming related goals. I have a personal goal in mind, and that is to get in much better shape than what I already am, 2019, was the year of restarts and all that stuff, and the thing is that something that I really, really wish that I put more of an effort on would be my health and fitness. Now, I've been doing that more consistently as of late, but I actually want to throw an image up here on the screen, and I would like to say outright that this man right here is my inspiration, okay? He goes by the name of Tim, and this individual, we can see a before and after post. Now, we have ourselves on the left the old Tim. He was around 454 pounds, and he's now down to 372 pounds, and he went from being a 60-inch waist down to a 52-inch, and went from being 5XL to 4XL, and that's just absolutely amazing, you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is just, he goes beyond willpower, goes beyond inspiration, and it really puts into perspective that if this man can do it, then why the fuck can't I? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't anybody for that matter? You know, if this guy can do it, that right there should be a telltale sign that you can and you will do it. If you put your mind to it, you can and you will do it. And honestly, like, this guy right here, you know, he knows what's up. And honestly, like, Tim, you know, from one friend to another, from a Pokemon fan to another, honestly, man, like, this right here is just, it's beyond inspiring, man. Seriously, it is well beyond inspiring. So this right here, you know, I'm going to look at this every single time I need inspiration and motivation to get my lazy ass out of the house and to the gym. Honestly speaking, like, I mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. Like, that right there is honestly very inspirational, and honestly, I can't wait to see what 2020 brings you as well, Tim. You know, I am really, really invested in your progress on, you know, being healthier and stuff like that. I really can't wait to see how the end of 2020 is going to turn out for you, and I also can't wait to see how 2020 is going to turn out for me when it comes to, you know, being healthier and a more fitter version of myself. And also when it comes to my goals here on YouTube, I can't wait to see how many of those goals we're going to end up meeting by the end of 2020. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a wrap up here for this video. So thank you guys again for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day or night, depending on your time zone. And ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a happy new year, and I'll see you guys, well, next year. Take care, everybody. Much love.